Sometimes you just gotta give yourself words of affirmation, you know what I'm saying? Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah. In today's video, I show you how I achieved this look, which is my everyday face. It's kind of a chit chat, get ready with me. I know it's kind of a glam look, but I kind of explain that at the end. I love makeup and all the other good stuff. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and also feel free to subscribe. I upload beauty videos every Monday and Friday, and make sure you hit the bell notification so that way it'll go into your inbox whenever I upload a video. If you want to see how I achieved this look, make sure you keep on watching. So I already have my face moisturized. I have my face moisturizer and then my under eye cream as well. And I also have my eyes already primed. I used the Smashbox 24-Hour Shadow Primer. So the palette that we're going to be using today is, it shouldn't be any surprise, it's going to be this Dose of Colors, the Friendcation palette. I know I've mentioned this in several videos, but since this is going to be kind of like my everyday makeup like you saw, or if you didn't, I will leave a link down below. I have my eyeshadow palette collection, which I share with you guys, you know, as the name implies, my eyeshadow palettes. So you should definitely check that out if you haven't seen it, but I mentioned this in there clearly. I love this palette. I've used it a lot, so this is kind of like my everyday one right now. I'm just going to take this center shade right here, which is called Necessary, as my transition shade with this Luxie 243 brush. I've mentioned this before. I love this brush a lot. I am very glad that I got it in my Ipsy. So as I mentioned, I'm just going to put that in my transition shade area. It's really overcast today, so I was thinking for a second, you know, about not filming, but I don't know how you guys are, if you can relate, but like whenever I come up with in my mind something that I want to do, like it really needs to happen for that day. That's just the type of personality that I am. I'm not really sure how you classify that, but like I'm a planner, and I was already planning on filming this video today, so it wouldn't be the end of the world if I didn't, but it would just, like, I don't know, kind of throw off my schedule. I like to film my videos in advance, so I have plenty of time to edit them and that kind of thing. I don't want to feel rushed by any means. So hopefully the lighting is still pretty good on this. If not, I apologize. It's just blame my personality because I had to film this today, so, you know, here we are. Also, I'm pretty sure this video is going to be going up on a Monday. Even if it's not, if it's going up on a Friday, I just wanted to tell you guys that you can brew it. I really like this shirt if I can still find it. I will link it in the description box. Also, as I try to include, I will be linking in the description box the products that I'm using. So check that out if you want to try something out. Also, it's that time again that I need to get my eyebrows done, and I haven't done that yet, so here we are. I'm going to be taking this Sigma E34 brush, and I love this bottom middle shade right here, like, so much. I think it's so pretty. I never really looked at the name before. Anyway, it's called Girl Bye. It's kind of funny. And I'm going to be taking this brush, and I'm going to be putting this kind of below my crease area. You'll kind of see what I'm doing. I will try to, for the most part, explain what I'm doing. But if not, then, you know, as I mentioned, I will have the products linked down below, and hopefully you can kind of follow along and see what I'm doing. I mentioned this in at least one video before. I love how creamy and blendable these mattes are, especially. So good. I love this palette so much. I'm so glad I got it. I highly recommend it if you've not tried it out. Or if you can catch it on sale. That's how I bought this, because it is, I believe it is full price. It's $55, which may seem kind of alarming, but you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, you get 10 shadows, and they're good quality, but I was able to get this 50% off, so I'm really glad that I picked it up, because I had been eyeing it, but I was able to get it for 50% off. Also, I had a 20% off coupon, so way to go, Hannah. Proud of myself for that one. Sometimes you just gotta give yourself words of affirmation, you know what I'm saying? Or I do, because I'm definitely words of affirmation. Can't help it. My eyebrows are really bothering me. I should have tweezed them before, but here we are. We're also 5 minutes in and only 2 shadows in. I mean, this is the type of person that I am. Honestly, eyeshadow is like my favorite part of the look. I feel like I can spend like 10 minutes on my eyeshadow, and then the rest of my everyday face is like pretty quick. Now I'm going to take this Tarte shadow that I mentioned several times. This is the shade Top Yacht, and I'm just going to take my ring finger to apply that on my lid. So pretty. If it gets a little messy, don't worry. We will clean that up. So now we're just going to blend this. Oh, and this is the E40. Honestly, whenever I kind of do like that, it kind of takes away the glitter. But just to kind of make that color stand out a little bit more, I'm going to take some more on this E34. Because I almost want this to be, I basically want this to be a cut crease, honestly. And then to highlight my brow bone, once again, I did not bring a brush for that, so I will just take my index finger and I'm going to take this shade here, I believe it's called Basic, yes, to highlight my brow bone. And ideally, I use a Sigma brush for this, but I didn't bring it in here, so finger it is. And just to kind of like solidify this in place, I'm gonna go ahead and set this with a setting spray before moving on. So that is all for the eyeshadow on the top lid. Now I'm going to take some micellar water and wipe away that fallout, because especially that glitter shade from Tarte, it's really pretty, but like you're gonna get fallout. So I would highly recommend doing your eye makeup first. Now I'm going to take this Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer. Whenever I got this, I do about a squirt, about a pump and a half. Whenever I first got this, I thought I really liked it, and like, I don't hate it, but I really liked my Becca one more, so I probably will not repurchase this. But I mean, I'm definitely like, it's not a bad primer. I just really like the Becca one more. And on most days, especially if I'm filming, if I'm filming or if I'm going out or something like that, I will use this Dr. Brandt No More Baggage Eye Depuffing Gel. I've mentioned this before. I got this in a BoxyCharm and I like it, but whenever I use it up, I don't know if I'm going to repurchase it, or at least as of now, because I think it's like $44 or something like that, which is a little expensive if you ask me, but obviously I'm going to use it up. And I do have dark circles, I'm sure that you can tell. So I kind of let that sink in for a little bit. I was really hoping for like a pretty chill, like laid back, Chit Get Ready with Me. Like I was gonna have like an iced coffee from Dunkin', because we all know I'm a planner and I try to think ahead of time, but then I kind of forgot that. So I'm gonna try to have it chill, but without iced coffee. This should need no introduction. I use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I am in the shade 1.5, and I've been meaning to clean my foundation brush for like the past few days, but I'm a procrastinator and it wasn't on my list of things to do yesterday, so it did not get done. It's just the type of person that I am. I honestly don't understand people who don't live by lists. I mean, it just works so well for me. I'm very much a planner, last minute person, not my vibe. The other day, my friend called me and was like, "Where are you?" And I told her, you know, I was gonna get a smoothie and then I needed to film a video that day. And she was wanting to like hang out, and I was just like, no, I love you, but like nah fam, because you did not tell me ahead of time and I need to film this video. I mean, sometimes I can do last minute things, but like rarely. Just not in my DNA. And I know my mother tells me that I need to like learn to kind of not live life on the edge. What am I, like, live life without having it so planned out? And I'm aware like it would be more ideal, but I just can't do it. So here we are. Also, if you can see that snake plant in the back, if it's not too dark, which it might be too dark because it's so overcast today, it doesn't usually live there, but like I really like that plant. It's honestly like one of my favorite things. So I wanted to have it in the background of my videos. I love plants. It's another thing about me that you might not know. I'm like a little obsessed with trees. They make me genuinely happy. Like nice trees, if I'm on a hike or something, I'm gonna need a second to like stop and admire that tree. Why am I so weird? And then I use my Tarte Shape Tape because this stuff is magical, especially for my under eyes, my dark circles. It's great. This is like the reverse of my video that I posted on Friday, which if you haven't seen it yet, I will link it down below. I show you how to curl my hair. But that video, like I kind of liked that format better for like when I was getting ready, because normally I do my makeup while my hair is drying or whatever, and then I do my hair last. But it's different for whenever I do makeup tutorials, because obviously like I want my hair to be done at least somewhat. And I am in the shade Fair Neutral of the Tarte Shape Tape, in case you're curious. And then I let this set for a second, and typically what I do while my foundation is setting is I do my eyebrows now. I just take this little spoolie from e.l.f. and kind of comb them, and this is better whenever they're actually, like whenever I just waxed them, but I mean, here we are. I take this little brush that I got in a FabFitFun, and then I take this sleek little duo that I got at Burlington or something like that. It's just a brow kit in the shade Light, and I lightly fill them in. I just take the brow shade, the powder part. I haven't really used the cream too much, and I just lightly fill them in. As you can, I feel like you can already tell, like I already have pretty defined eyebrows. I mean, they're dark and that kind of thing, like they're not sparse by any means, but I still like to fill them in a little bit. And I do this pretty quick, as you can see. I don't spend a whole long time on my eyebrows. That's what eyeshadow time is for. I spend a long time with that. And then I set it with this little sample from Benefit. This is the Give Me Brow in the shade 3. I keep on meaning to repurchase this. Whenever I get a 20% off coupon, maybe I will get this because I do like this product. I think it's a pretty good match for me too, especially because I got this as a freebie from Ulta, and I mean, I think it's a pretty good match. I like it. Now I set my face and I use the Urban Decay All Nighter setting powder. I used to use like an e.l.f. loose translucent powder for under my eyes, and I do like setting my eyes with a different powder. I just haven't repurchased one of those right now, and I didn't even bring, wait, did I? Oh yeah, I did use the brush bring the brush in that I used to set my under eyes. Don't ask me why I do this separately. I mean, this is just how I do my makeup, and I'm showing you my everyday makeup routine, so here we are. But I normally like using that with, setting that with like a loose powder, especially like I would like to find a brightening one because my dark circles are real. The Tarte Shape Tape does a pretty good job at covering it up, but I feel like with a brightening powder, like it would just make it even that much better. And I realized I just forgot a step, because I usually like to double up on my highlighter, or this is like what I typically do, but I use the liquid highlighter like usually before I set my face, but here we are. Don't be like me, apply this before you set your face with powder, but I do still want to include this step because I would consider this in my everyday face routine. Then next I do a bronzer, and the one that I've been most frequently using is this Benefit Hoola bronzer. This is just a travel size, and then I take my Sigma F23 brush and contour. I apply my under eye shadow after I set my under eyes, and this is just kind of been a look that I'm into lately. So I take this eyeshadow brush that I got in an Ipsy bag, and I can either take this shade or this shade under my eyes like normally, but I feel like more often I use this one right here, which is the shade Churro, and I just apply it pretty close to my lash line, but a little bit smoky as well. Next up is blush, and recently I've gotten into these blushes. It kind of just depends on my mood, but I feel like more often I use this top one, which is in the shade Insightful. I think this was a limited edition blush, but I do like the Tarte blushes. So I just take my Eco Tools brush and apply my blush. now I apply my powder highlight, which is the Becca Opal highlight. I've mentioned several times how much I love this. And I take my ring finger and apply it on the tip of my nose. That is it with the powder products. So now I set my face again. I'm gonna apply my mascara now and I'll be right back. We are back with mascara, and of course I used the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. So for lip products, I would say more day-to-day or just like a neutral lip, for lack of a better term. I really have been loving the Urban Decay lip liner in the shade 1993. So I line my lips and then I fill them in. And then over top of that, I apply the MAC lipstick in the shade Velvet Teddy, which is just a really, really pretty nude. And that completes the look. Here is a close-up. I know that this is kind of like a full-on glam look, basically, but like I said, if I'm filming a video or if I have plans to like go out to dinner or something like that, or hang out with friends, then this would be kind of like my typical look. I love makeup. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, feel free to subscribe. I post beauty videos every Monday and Friday, and make sure you hit the bell notification so that way it will go into your inbox whenever I upload a video. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in my next video.